So, welcome to today's topic, which is very interesting. It's what energy are you resisting? And we'll just get to it in a moment. I will just wait for whoever is willing to join today's conversation, to whoever it is going to be a contribution to. And we are streaming on the Showing Up As You Facebook group as well. So, yeah, if you're watching this later on YouTube or somewhere else, and you want to catch on other tools, other videos, you can actually go to the Facebook group www.showingupasyou, which is group where I keep talking about tools and I post these tools and we talk about how to change stuff in our lives, right? It's interesting, it's easy and fun because when you see the changes that come with you just changing these little energies, it is truly mind blowing. Like you go, whoa, why did I think of this before? So, what energy are you resisting that you truly could be receiving or acknowledging about you that you think is a wrongness? And how this topic came about was something very interesting that happened in the last week where um, I met some people and the energy of someone saying something to me about my relationship. Yeah, it is about relationship as well. Was this energy of being the dominant energy in your life. And when you're in a relationship with anyone, and interestingly, I've been having these conversations with clients in any relationship, there is this power struggle, I would say, a control struggle of who is the control energy. Like, let's say you're in a relationship, in a marriage, you're in a relationship, maybe a romantic relationship, maybe a relationship with your child, a relationship with your business partner, anyone. And what I would request you to actually look at is so a couple of things going on here. And yes, we'll come to what are you resisting? And maybe we've begun with that question, what are you resisting? What energy are you not willing to be? But I'm also kind of bringing into the conversation this energy of control and this energy of being dominant in a relationship, because that's what showed up for me as a trigger when someone said, hey, you know what, you appear to be dominant in your relationship. But maybe you're not, and that came as an afterthought. Maybe you're not, and I'm sure you're not, but what it triggered in me was, hey, really, that's what you think? You think I'm dominant? And it just triggered this reflexive reaction of, oh, that's so wrong and I shouldn't be that, and how could someone say that to me? And oh, even if they said it, is this how it appears to be? And well, if it does, it's so wrong, I don't want to be this. And this whole confusion of in my world of, oh, I'm wrong, or my partner's wrong, or it shouldn't be like this in a relationship. And it brought about this whole upset of, um, one, it was said to me, and more importantly, this is what people see me as. And the underlying energy was, I don't want them to see me like that, which had not come up so strongly till now. And I stayed with it. Thankfully, I did not react, maybe a teeny bit, maybe I reacted just a teeny bit. But it was more for me to be present with, yes, I got upset. Yes, I was sulking for about a day, maybe just about 12 hours or so, till I could actually be present with it. And being present is also a beautiful, beautiful tool where when you go into reaction, you can actually be present with what's really going on for me. What is the trigger here? What is going on? And I could look at where I was not willing to be the dominant energy. And I went, okay, what if being dominant was not wrong? What if I am dominant? What if I could claim and own the dominant energy as well? Because it's not true that I was dominating or I am dominating or I'm not dominating. It is more about any energy that you're resisting, right? And that is why I asked you, what energy are you resisting? Because A lot of us in our relationships crave for the love, the nurturing, and the caring. We crave for companionship. We crave to be understood. We crave to not be wronged, particularly in a marital relationship or a romantic relationship, or maybe even, like I said, with your parents or your child, whatever it is for you. So I'm inviting you to look at what is it that you're not willing to be, or what is it that you get triggered by, what is it that you're wronged for and you get judged for, or you judge yourself for, that you're not willing to be. And that is the energy that you're resisting with so much force, that this other thing that you're asking for, the love, the companionship, the nurturing, and the caring, you can't have it till you are willing to own and acknowledge this energy that you're resisting, because it's all one, it's just energy. Does that make sense? So when I will actually invite you to look at what is it that you're asking for in your relationships? What are you asking for in terms of business? Because what happened was, when I was willing to look at this energy of being, let's say, the dominatrix, because I could see, yes, I like to dominate. Yet I'm resisting and refusing it, because since childhood I've been told, you dominate, you take over, you control. Because every time I chose something that I wanted or that worked for me, and it did not work for someone else, I was told, hey, you dominate, you take control of a situation, you take the best. But I never saw it that way. I just did what I did, I chose what I chose. But because it didn't work for the others around me, I was continuously told, hey, you know what? You are stubborn, or you dominate. You get away with choosing whatever you want to. And sometimes it also came as a compliment, because people would tell me, you know what? You'll get what you want because you just get what you want. And instead of looking at it as a potency, somehow, without even realizing it, I had gone into the wrongness of this dominant energy, because in this reality, a wife should be dominated. A woman dominating is not considered a good thing. And I have no clue where I got that point of view, but I was definitely triggered when someone said that to me, which meant I was resisting it. And thankfully, thanks to the tools of access, I could be present with it and say, hey, what if this energy was not wrong? What if I didn't have to react to it? Because what is my reaction? Is it a reaction to, the rightness and wrongness of it? Is it a react? What is the reaction? I mean, what's the value of getting triggered? People say what they say. And all right, what if I was willing to receive that judgment? What if this judgment could just make me money? Any judgment you're willing to receive can make you money. And I said, okay, cool. I will own it. I will be with it. I'm willing to be dominated, even if I'm being dominated as well as dominate, more dominate. Right. And well, interestingly, I never really looked at the meaning of the word. So I'm just going to take a moment and Google it. It's interesting. It's popped up now. So I'm going to do it now. Yeah. Oh, cool. So dominate means have power and influence over. Be the most important or conspicuous thing or person. Wow. And the third meaning is have a commanding position over. All right. So anywhere that you're not willing to be the dominant energy, you're giving up your power and influence over this reality, over the change that you're asking for. So everywhere that you're not willing to be the dominant energy, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? And let's use the access consciousness clearing statement on it, right? On good, bad, pot, pakon, and shows, boys and girls. Because interestingly, um, if you are one of those people who are asking for change in your life, you're asking for greater, way greater than anyone else around you is asking for, in terms of money, in terms of business ideas, in terms of creating your life. Like for me, it is about having a way greater life and an expansive life than I currently have. And I'm always asking for greater. Well, that's another thing that I've been wronged for. And I don't blame the people around me, because sometimes it's too much for people around you to handle what you're asking for. But just take a moment, like a step into what are you asking for and what are you refusing. Okay. So for me, for example, if I'm refusing to be the dominant energy and I'm asking for greater with my life, with my work, with my business, with what my kids are choosing, with what I'm asking the universe for my husband to choose, or what I would like my family members, the people I care for, to choose, well, that's their choice. I get it. But that's my ask. Yet I'm refusing to be this power and influence, maybe the leader that inspires them to choose greater. So if I'm refusing to be the dominant energy, not only is it affecting my relationship where I'm not willing to be the dominant energy, maybe with my husband or as a wife or as a daughter-in-law, but I'm also limiting the change in not only my life, the other areas that I'm asking for, but also in the lives of these people, because I'm not willing to be the power and influence, the catalyst, the leader. You see, so how refusing one energy that you're resisting, that you're unwilling to be, because probably you've thought it's a wrongness, is kind of letting go of the strength that you truly are as a being. That is you. So, how long have you been resisting what you think is a wrongness of you? That if you could truly own and acknowledge that energy, would allow all of these other areas of your life to expand and bloom and thrive. And everything that doesn't allow that, will you destroy and uncreate? Wow, I'm loving this. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, online shows, boys and girls. I don't know about you. I don't even know who's watching, but I'm having fun with this. And I hope this is changing something for you guys too. So the question that I would like you to play with is, what energy are you resisting? And maybe before you ask that, because a lot of times when you ask what energy am I resisting, it just doesn't come up for you, because you're like, I'm not resisting anything, I'm cool. So you got to catch your triggers, you got to catch where you're reacting, where when someone said this took you into anger or took you into sadness or took you into hurt, because I was hurt. I was hurt. I was like, oh my God, I'm hurt, you know? And I was sobbing and I had these tears flowing down my eyes and I was like, what's going on? You know? So those are the places where you get triggered, where you're not being you, because when you're sad, when you're upset, when you're hurt, is that you truly being you? You as a being are happy. So all of these are reactions that are designed to take you into the smallness of you. Someone throwing a judgment at you, maybe not purposely, maybe it's something going on in their world. Maybe they just said what they saw according to this reality, and that's okay. But what's my reaction to it? What's triggering me? And that's the place to check. Oh, check, right? What is this? What's going on here? What am I reacting to? Okay, cool. What have I made wrong here? Oh, I don't want to be dominated. I don't want to be seen as dominated, dominating. Oh, yeah. And I have a huge resistance to also not appearing to be one of those women who's dominated, you know. But also, when I started asking questions around domination and being the dominating one, there was so much stuff that came up about, all right, what is my relationship, am I really dominating? Because I wanted to, oh, you should see, when the other person is dominating, I'm not always dominating, and that was this righteousness thing, you know. So it's not about dominating or being dominated or this particular energy, it is any energy that you're not willing to be, that you're resisting, right? And what if it's a play? It's like a play in a relationship where sometimes your partner is the person who takes the lead, who's the power and the influence, because remember, the energy of domination and is that of power and influence. What if that's the true energy of domination? Are you willing to be that dominating influence or in your life, in the people, in the lives of people that you care for, so that everything can turn out to be greater? But if you're resisting it, can anything show up as greater? Can that more money show up? Can your business show up as greater? Can you actually get the life of your dreams if you're not willing to be the power and the influence and the leader? Because no one else can see what you can see. No one else has the awareness that you have. Nobody else can choose as much as you can, whether you believe it or not. Because if you're listening to me right now and if this is making sense to you, then you're the one that is the catalyst in your life. Are you waiting for someone to come and hand it over to you? Are you waiting for someone to come and change it for you? Well, is that happening soon? Or is now the time for you to choose the change, the power, and be the power and influence that you truly be, and everything that doesn't allow that, will you destroy and create all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, online shows, boys and beyond. So this is an interesting conversation that is evolving for me even while I talk to you now. And I am actually having a call on being the dominant source in your life very soon. I will put up the details on the Showing Up As You group and on the WhatsApp groups. If you guys are not there, please reach out to me so that I can add you there or ask for details. That's going to be towards the end of the month. We're going to be having a nice afternoon call. You can join in with your nice cups of thandai after Holi or your nice iced teas or whatever. uh, I will put out the details there. And also, I'm having these relationship sessions, which are personal sessions, more like mentoring sessions, because so many times we're not willing to see where we are the people who are creating the change. And if you're asking for change in your relationship, know that you're the leader, know that you are the dominant source. If you're asking for greater with your business and finances, and oh yeah, and money, and business mentoring sessions start next month, 1st April, 2nd April. Again, these are going to be personal sessions, and I will be putting out the details very soon. So just keep tuned into the Showing Up As You Facebook group. I will be putting up all the details there, as well as on the WhatsApp groups, like I said. The thing that I want to bring to your notice today is, please start looking at what is this beautiful question. What is, like I was saying, before you go to what am I resisting, you can ask, what is so strong about me that I think is wrong about me? Or what is wrong about me? What do I think is wrong about me that is actually strong about me? Because Gary Douglas, founder of Access Consciousness, says that the thing that you think is most wrong about you is actually what is strongest about you. And that's what I learned for the first time, because I've been hearing this tool, I've been asking this question, and it shows up when you're ready to receive it. So no wrongness of whether it's showing up for you now or later, because awareness is awareness. It shows up when it shows up, when you're ready for it, when you're ready and asking for the change. So if you're ready to actually commit to creating your life, because we all keep saying, I want to create a life, I want a better life, but are we actually committing to changing those old patterns, those past beliefs that we've been living with? Like maybe I grew up believing that, oh, I'm dominating and that's wrong. Yeah, I didn't know I was wronging myself for it till this whole reaction thing showed up, till I started using the tools. I was present with it. And like I said, being present with an energy when it shows up, like don't align and agree with it. Don't resist and react to it. Just be there with it and look at it and go, what's really going on here? What is this? I don't have to wrong myself. I don't have to wrong the other person. I don't have to wrong the one who said it to me. I don't have to wrong this reality. What is it for me? Because what is true for me doesn't have to be true for someone else, right? What's true for you doesn't have to be true for someone else. Everywhere you're looking for validation from someone, everywhere you're looking at, oh cool, I want someone to acknowledge me. Well, are you acknowledging yourself first? Are you being present with what you require and desire and willing to give that to yourself first? Are you willing to commit to creating the change in your life that you're asking for? Now, I'm just going to give you a disclaimer. It could be good news or bad news depending on how you perceive it. If you're waiting for someone to come and give it to you, like hand it to you in a platter, you're the acknowledgement, the validation, or to come and change something for you, it's not happening. I'm sorry. And you don't have to trust me on that. But how long are you going to keep waiting? Instead, wouldn't you rather begin to be that change for yourself first? And how do you do that? Well, there are these amazing tools in Access. And if you've been in any Access class, you can actually just begin to use them. And I shared a few questions and tools with you on this video itself, where you can begin to ask, okay, what do I truly desire in my life? And start jotting down what you would like as a relationship, as your business, as how much money you'd like to have in your life. And doesn't matter whether you've been able to create it to now or not. Are you ready to commit now? Are you ready to choose it now? Now that's the question. All right. So what action steps would I have to take for that? And then whatever energy shows up, please be present with them and ask a question. Don't go into the wrongness of it. If you catch yourself going into a conclusion, the rightness, wrongness, the feeling, like I was saying, oh, I'm hurt. Oh, I'm feeling bad. Well, if you want to delve with it, no wrongness with that. You can delve in that for a little while. See if that's working for you. Is blaming someone working for you? Is waiting for someone working for you? Well, if not, then okay, what else can I choose here now? Am I committing to creating my life? Yes. Okay, universe, show me the different possibilities. And when you ask, trust me, when you ask, the universe responds. It'll start showing you all the possibilities that have been around you. But because you've been in conclusion, because you thought, oh, I don't have a choice, oh, I can't change this, or oh, I'm hurt. Notice none of these are questions. These are just conclusions and judgments, which are actually going to create a full stop in your life. So what if you ask the question, how does it get any better than this? What else can I choose here? Universe, what are the infinite possibilities with my work, with my relationship, with a new relationship, with an old relationship, with money, with exciting opportunities and possibilities showing up? And when you ask a question, it's like slowly the blinders start falling off and everything is around you. It's there. It's just that you haven't asked for it, so you can't see it. It's everywhere. You're not willing to be the space of question, which creates choices, which creates possibilities when you choose them. Will you please just join and create them all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poker, line, shorts, boys, and beyond. So this is what I wanted to bring to you today, because somewhere or the other we keep judging ourselves, and that judgment of ourselves is one huge roadblock to what we're asking for in our lives. So what if you were willing to claim, own, and acknowledge everything that you think is a wrongness about you, whether you're cognitively aware of it or not right now? And everything that doesn't allow that, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poker, nine, shorts, boys, and girls. One more time. Everything that does not allow you to claim, own, and acknowledge, because you're an infinite being. You're one with any and all energies, and any energy you're resisting, any energy you're judging, is something that is cutting off something that you're asking for. We can't really cognitively understand this, but the more you begin to own all of those parts of you that you think are wrong or bad or evil or ugly, well, nothing about you is ugly, nothing about you is wrong. It's just that you've been believing it for very, very long, and everything that is. Will you now destroy and uncreate it? Please, please, pretty please. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poker, line, shorts, boys, and beyonds, right? So everything, just because you've been told that all your life, doesn't mean it's true. Question everything. Is this true? Is what I believe about me true? Is what I'm saying true? Do I really have to say it? Do I have to believe it? Is this creating my life? No, then why am I choosing it? Why am I even choosing to think it? What's the value of that? And use the clearing statement. Even if you just go pock and pod this, which means you are destroying and uncreating the point of creation where you created it, this lifetime or another lifetime. That's the beauty of the clearing statement. It just transcends time. And anywhere you chose it, the beginning, the point of creation, that goes away. And so it doesn't exist in your reality, that limitation, that wrongness. So when you use the clearing statement, or maybe you just go pock and pod. Pod is the place where the point of destruction, where you're destroying your life because you believe what you believe about you or about others or this reality, whatever, a limiting belief. So when you're saying pock and pod, you're destroying and uncreating the limitations. Nothing that's going to contribute to you is going to go away. So don't worry. You can use it on everything. Right? Just go, okay, everything that's not working for me right now, pock and pod that. Everywhere I'm not owning and acknowledging me, pock and pod that. And this is a way that you simply start to use the tools every day to begin to allow a new life to show up, new possibilities to show up, because those limitations, that resistance, is what is not allowing this beautiful life that you're asking for to come to you. It's there. The universe saying, I have it here, I have it here. Can you just let go of that belief that you can't have? Can you let go of that belief that you don't deserve? Can you just put that point of view aside that you don't know how? But you're, without even realizing it, holding on to that point of view so strongly, like, I didn't realize I didn't want to be the dominating one. The moment I went, yes, I'm willing to be that too. No energy is right or wrong. It's just energy. I'm willing to be that. Just the willingness. So would you please look at what is it that you're wronging about you and be willing to be that. All right, I'm willing to be this. I'm willing to be wrong. I'm willing to be stupid. I'm willing to be dumb. I'm willing to be, I'm willing to be, I'm willing to be. And that's also a very, very amazing tool. Just your willingness to put that limitation aside and go, okay, I'll just try one day going without believing that there's something wrong with me. And notice how that day goes. Notice what shifts, what changes. Notice, observe, become the observer. And everything that does not allow that to show up in your world with total ease, joy, and glory, will you destroy and uncreate? Right, wrong, good, bad, what, Pokemon, enjoys, boys, and beyond. So these are the questions that I want to leave you with today. What's wrong about me that's actually strong about me? What energy am I resisting? What else can I be that I've never been willing to be? I'm willing, I'm willing, I'm willing. right? Try that, see what that changes for you, and be you. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you again somewhere very, very soon. Bye bye for now.